Hello everyone, welcome to Officers Adda 24/7. So welcome to this morning session, and today I'm just going to discuss a very important topic. If you are going to start your preparation or if you attempted this time the accounting paper, okay. So today I'm just going to discuss a very important topic that as expected as asked. That means we cannot predict that like what kind of the questions that may appear into your examination paper, okay. So if some questions that we expected in the same way the expected questions appear in your examination, then it really helpful for your preparation, right? And it really helpful for you clearing the examination also, as I just received so many I received so many comments from the aspirant, from the bankers who just secured very good marks in the accounting paper, okay. So I'm just going to discuss in this session like what kind of the questions we are expecting and the same type of the questions that appeared in this time of your accounting paper, okay. So if you're new on the Officers Adda 24/7, hit the subscribe button and download the Adda 24/7 application so that you can get everything at a one place, right? So quickly I'm just going to elaborate you like what kind of the questions that we are expecting and the same type of the questions that appeared in your examination, right? So the very first with the very first, that is rule of 72, okay. If I just talk about the rule of 72, I actually explained you the only thing that matters in this the rate of interest, okay. And the same way, very direct question that has been asked in your examination, right? So rule of 72 that appeared in your examination paper. Second, because when we talk about the very first chapter, that is a calculation of the interest and annuities, okay. And with this I also want to say here that in this paper you actually just got like what kind of the questions, like match of the following type of the questions and formula based questions, calculation. The paper is so much lengthy, okay. As I received the data from the bankers, the paper is so much lengthy. That means so much calculations you have to do there, right? So like if I say that is rule of 72 direct question, there were annuity due, ordinary annuity related questions there were, and that is also direct question. That means formula based questions, okay. So formula based questions actually appeared, multiple type of the formula based questions appeared in your examination, so that I can just guess here that most of our bankers secured, that's why most of our bankers secured a very good marks in this paper, right? Okay. Next is the calculation of the net present value method. As I just always explain that how to calculate the net present value method minus investment plus present value of the all future cash inflows, based on that simple question has been appeared, okay. Like in whatever I'm just talking about, like this question has been appeared in the 2 marks, right? Second, fourth, that is depreciation question, estate line method based questions, the written down value based method question, like your sum of your digit method based questions, all type of the methods questions actually appeared in your examination, okay. So that's why when I talk about the module A, module A is a very important, right? Because from here you actually just got like 20 marks easily, okay. Minimum 20 marks you can easily grasp from the module A, right? So you can understand the most of the questions like the cross rate method, direct question. There was given the relationship between the rupees and the euro, and the relationship between, sorry, the relationship between the rupees and the dollar is given, and the dollar between the euros are given, and you have to find out the relationship between the rupees and the euros, okay. So you actually did like these kind of the questions earlier, so I think everyone just solved in the examination, okay. So cross rate method based questions there were. Accounting standards, when I talk about accounting standard, the states and objective always important. If you just watch my sessions, so there I explained you that what is the statement of the accounting standards and what is the objective of the accounting standard. Remember one thing, that when I talk about like some chapters is really lengthy, okay. Like accounting standard chapter, if I say, there are so many things that you have to learn and memorize. Okay, so in that, like, you have to just understand the particular things. Okay, because this is an examination, there you cannot learn everything, you cannot memorize everything. Okay, so you have to be somehow specific also, right? So states and statement and the objective based questions also there from the accounting standard. Now the another one, that is a cost concept, dual aspect concept, money measurement concept. If I just talk about the third shift of the accounting paper. Okay, so I think if I'm not wrong, as per I just received the data, like based on the cost concept, like the two questions there were for the cost concept, right? So cost concept, dual aspect, money measurement concept, that is the also appeared in your examination. Okay, and these kind of the questions actually we discussed, right? Another one, that is a journal entry. Journal entry based question, lot of questions like the as I just explained you, the module B is the important, and module B is actually create the foundation of your accounting subject. Like you just going to get the questions based on the journal entry, right? So based on the journal entry, you actually just getting the question and the simple question actually. Okay, if I just talk about simply A is purchased goods from the B for the 5,000, so what kind of the debit and credit entry there would be, that you have to find out. So if you remembered, if you would just watch my sessions, so I clearly mentioned there. Okay, so whenever the A is purchased goods from B and there is nothing mentioned that on credit, then you have to understand it is something with the cash. Okay, so there is only involvement of the purchase account and the cash account. Where is the option in the options, there is just given the like Mr. B account, Mr. A account. Okay, so that's why we actually say the batches is important, because some things we actually elaborate in a very in a very fine way. Okay, next is the objective of the laser, and the based on the general entry, you actually get the questions on the bill of exchange also, where any question like where the retirement of the bond rated questions of the general entry is also there, right? So you only have to understand the basic of the journal entry, then you can just make the debit and credit transactions easily, right? Next, that is objective of the laser. If I talk about the based on the laser, there were also the questions like functions of the laser, like laser uses for what, and this is obvious to understand, like what is a journal, what is a laser, what is the purpose of the journal, what is the purpose of the laser. And this time, like the most of the questions that has been appeared in your examination based on the laser, I think in the, if we talking about in the shift 2 or 3. Okay, there were the questions like two questions from the laser. Okay, if I'm not wrong, right? Next is a banking reconciliation statement. As you know that this is actually expected, or say most expected, that you are definitely going to get the questions based on the banking reconciliation statement. If you remember that, if you just watch my session before the day of the examination, I just took the session of the tip and the trick. Okay, for like the final tips and the trick, and where I actually explained the some questions, like I explained you about the trial balance rectification, where I just took the example of the wages account by mistake debited in case instead of the machinery account, and the same way question that appeared, right? So that question, banking reconciliation statement, I explained the all the possible datas. With that, I explained the banking reconciliation statement, as well as preparation of the trading account, right? Like the question we will discuss in the further. Okay, I'm just explaining here. So preparation of the trial, preparation of the final account, I explained there. Okay, so that's why the this that class is also very important for all of you, right? So banking reconciliation statement, direct question there were, but with different language. Okay, like you have to find out adjusted balance. Okay, we actually discussed with that what will be the, if the passbook balance is given, what will be the cash book balance, or if the cash book balance is given, what will be the passbook balance, that may appear in the examination. But this time actually the examiner asks like in the different languages. Okay, like you have to find out the adjusted balance of the same, like if the passbook balance is given, so you have to find out the adjusted passbook balance what should be. Okay, like the same question has been asked, like the same question is actually asking in the different languages. Okay, so that you have to understand. The another one, that is a trial balance. Like trial balance, very easy rectification related, like wages account debited instead of the machinery account. So how to rectify that, and this we actually discussed multiple times, right? After that, balance sheet equation. Balance sheet equation, as I always say, like from the balance sheet equation you always get the questions like asset, liabilities, equity, capital. This time the question is in the different language. Like that's why we actually say the concept is a very important, because if you just good with your concept, then no any question can divert you, right? So if I say balance sheet equation, like the question is from the calculation of the borrowings, called calculation of the liabilities. Okay, so there were the questions on the balance sheet equation in that format, and the some questions also ask in the format of the advances. Okay, so some question also in the languages of the advances. If you remember that you can just relate it to that, right? Fine. So this is for your balance sheet equation. Now next is the preparation of the final account. As I always explained you the direct, how to understand the direct expenses, indirect expenses, and which is going to record under the trading account. If you remember, just watch the session of the like the final tip and trick, and there you will find that all the things I actually explained you, that what component that we have to record under the trading account. And I just explained you that in the trading account we actually just record the direct expenses. Okay, it doesn't matter this question come in the point 0.5 marks or the 1 mark or the 2 mark. Actually nobody knows that, like which kind of the question maybe appear in the 2 marks. Okay, like for some questions we can just guess, like a banking reconciliation statement, or your like module A type of the module A type of the questions. Like you can understand, like because point 0.5 is actually matters also. Okay, if you're just getting the 49.5, so by default you actually just getting the 50 there. So this point 0.5 is actually matters a lot, right? So in the examination every question matters a lot. Okay, after that, profit and loss account related questions, there were gross profit and the net profit related. Like what is the, like I think this question appear in the match of the followings, right? This question actually appear in the match of followings. Like there were given the like gross profit, net profit, and you have to just find out there. Next is the calculation of the cost of goods sold. If you remember that I always explained you cost of goods sold in a very fine way. So there were also the questions from the calculation of the cost of goods sold. Simply I think the gross profit there were I think gross profit there was given, and the revenue from the operations was given, and you have to find out the cost of goods sold, right? So that's how the this question is actually appeared in your examination, and I think in the 2 marks, so that actually appeared. So you can understand how important the session was, like okay. Next is the company account one. As you know that the issuance based, like if you I always explain that issuance of the shares is a very favorite topic of the examiner. Okay, so based on the forfeiture of the shares, there was a question. Premium rated questions, there was a question. And like the question is about the balance of the share forfeited account after the reissue of the forfeited shares is transferred to which account. Okay, so this kind of the question is actually appear in your examination, right? So these are the some expected questions as asked in your examination. I hope everyone just getting related to that. Okay, I think everyone just memorizing that. Yeah, this kind of the question actually appeared. So you can understand here the very important thing, that how right approach, and how right direction can just make you win in this kind of the examination. Okay, like most of you get just secured not only the 50 marks, but if I just talking about in my session, okay, whatever the comments I am just getting from the bankers, okay, like everyone getting minimum 55 marks, okay, in this examination. So this is really proud moment for all of us. And the thing you can understand here, like whatever the topics I mentioned, the same way question actually appeared, okay. So you can also write down that, because it also will be very helpful for your upcoming session of the JIB, right? So you can understand that right approach always make you win in every kind of the examination, okay. Now I just want to tell you here that you if you just want to enroll for any batches, then you can just enroll with flat 77% off is going on, and you have to use the code that is Y422, okay. This offer is not running, like the double validity offer is actually expired yesterday. So you are getting the flat 77% off in any batches. You are just going to enroll for that, okay. And the important thing I just also want to just share with you, that if you just want to enroll for another batches, like if you just want to start your preparation for the upcoming examination, so what you have to do there, that you have to visit the adda247.com, where you have to go to the find your exam and you have to write JIB, okay. And this is a JIB SEBI Maha pack. So if you're the new if you're just starting the fresh preparation for the JIB examination, so you can enroll for the JIB SEBI Maha pack also. In this JIB SEBI Maha pack, you will get everything, like whatever the batches that is going to be appear in this Adda 24/7 store of the JIB, like the case study batch. Let me show to all of you here, okay. So this is all datas are given here, that what you will get here, all the live classes, all the mock test series, all video solutions, video lectures, all revision batches, okay, all recorded video of the live classes, all ebooks, numerical batches, case study batches, that you can understand that you are getting this, like the JIB and the SEBI both of thing, okay. So that's how if you're just preparing first time, if you're just new, so you can also enroll for the JIB SEBI ka Maha pack. And what you have to do, you have to simply go to the buy now section, and in the buy now section you have to apply the code that is Y422, and with this code you are just going to get a big discount over that, and you can just get like a big discount here, and you are getting like in the approximately 10,453 rupees, that is JIB SEBI ka Maha pack, and the validity of that the 12 months, okay. So when you are just getting so many batches, and the important thing also I just want to say here, that you will get the English medium as well as the bilingual batches, both of them you are going to get in this JIB SEBI ka Maha pack. And in the JIB ka Maha pack, you can just relate it to that all the JIB classes, all the classes that is related to the JIB, you will find in the JIB ka Maha pack, okay. So if you just starting your preparation now, so you can also enroll for the JIB SEBI ka Maha pack, and also you can just go into the JIB, and where you find the multiple batches that actually lined up for your preparation or for your upcoming preparation, okay. And where you can enroll and just make sure your selection, or make sure you're just make sure you're clearing your examination of the JIB, okay. So that's all from my side. I hope you all just understand what I just trying to explain here in this session, okay. So thank you everyone for joining me here, and please make sure you are just writing all the content. If by mistake you miss this examination with only few marks, okay, the range of the 1 to 10, whatever it be, if you just miss this examination, just write down whatever I just explained in this session, like what kind of the question is actually appeared, okay. So based on that you can start your preparation once again, right? So like this video if you're liking our effort, liking our content, and share this video to your friends, to your colleagues, so that maximum number of our bankers can join with us in this kind of the session. So thank you everyone for watching me.